Hello, friends. When the Western Roman Empire collapsed into dust and legend, many thought Rome's story had ended. But far to the east, across the shimmering waters of the Bosporus, the spirit of Rome lived on, wearing new robes, speaking with a Greek accent, and dreaming even grander dreams. Welcome to Byzantium, or as its citizens proudly called it, simply Romania, the land of the Romans. In 330 AD, the mighty Constantine the Great had christened the ancient city of Byzantium as Nova Roma, the New Rome. Soon, it would be known as Constantinople, the city of Constantine, a city that glittered with soaring churches, bustling markets, and towering walls that would defy enemies for 1,000 years. By the time the West fell in 476 AD, Constantinople wasn't just a shadow of old Rome, it was the new beating heart of an empire. And oh, what an empire it was. Imagine grand processions with emperors draped in cloth of gold parading down the Maze, the main street, past statues of long-dead Caesars. Imagine scholars in candlelit libraries preserving the works of Homer, Plato, and Cicero, while the rest of Europe stumbled into the Dark Ages. Imagine sailors bringing silk from China, spices from India, and furs from Russia into the bustling ports of the city called the Queen of Cities. The Byzantine Empire, though remember, they never called themselves Byzantines, they were Romans to their core, was a place of dazzling contradictions. Ancient yet innovative, Roman yet Greek, devoutly Christian yet pragmatic as ever. Here, law and faith intertwined. The emperor was not just a ruler, but God's representative on earth. Here, art took flight into golden mosaics that shimmered like captured sunlight. And here, politics was a blood sport, played behind veils of ceremony and whispered intrigues in the marble corridors of the great palace. Of course, Byzantium wasn't all sunshine and chariot races. Riots could tear through the streets like wildfire, like the infamous Nika riots, where an angry mob almost toppled the emperor Justinian. Word to the wise, never underestimate the rage of sports fans whose team has just lost at the Hippodrome. Yet, from the ashes of chaos, Byzantium often emerged stronger. Under Justinian, the empire reached out to reclaim parts of the lost western lands, and his brilliant general, Belisarius, carved a bloody path through Africa and Italy. Justinian also gave the world the Corpus Juris Civilis, the body of civil law, a collection so influential that its echoes still shape modern legal systems today. And let's not forget one of Justinian's most breathtaking achievements, the Hagia Sophia, a church so grand that visitors swore it was built by angels. Through wars, plagues, and sieges, the Eastern Roman Empire endured, adapting, transforming, and stubbornly claiming the legacy of Rome for nearly 1,000 years after the fall of its Western twin. It wasn't quite the Rome of Augustus or Trajan anymore. It was something different, something new, yet still unmistakably, gloriously Roman. But what happens when an empire's memory grows longer than its history? When the idea of Rome becomes larger, even more powerful than the real thing? Next time, we'll explore the idea of Rome, memory and myth, where emperors, poets, and dreamers resurrect the eternal city in imagination, even as the world around them changes forever.